This is Introduction to Vision SIS. So as you can see, the single sign-on area, this is how you're going to be launching into the Vision SIS. This screen currently looks the same. I'm going to be logging in as my administrator, and the first thing we see is your personalized dashboard. And this is huge and wonderful, and we're so excited about this. Welcome to Vision SIS. This was released on July 9th, 2018, and Vision SIS is the new MMS. In this webinar, we are going to take a look at the following items: the new user interface and dashboard, personalized menu, favorites and recents features, and messages. So let's take a closer look. We land in our dashboard. We have no longer the big top menu that we saw previously. We have the side menu, and the side menu is personalized just for you. You will no longer see grayed out items that you don't have access to. You are only going to see the functions that you have been given permissions for. So I have logged in as an administrator, and the administrator account here is a hybrid account, so it has access to staff level items as well as administrative level items. Later on in this webinar, I'll be logging in as a teacher, and the teacher's side menu is going to look very different from what we are seeing here. We kept the main menu items the same as what we saw in our old portals. The nice thing about this new side menu is if you're working on a tablet or a smaller laptop and not on a big screen like what I'm currently using, you can minimize that and create more working room for what you are working in. Click on that little caret and side caret, and you'll be able to pull up that menu again. There are no more staff portals, teacher portals, admin portals. What you are seeing is the Vision SIS. Now, before anybody asks, and I know we've gotten this question a lot, is Generations going away? No, Generations is still there. Generations is still going to be called Generations. You'll notice that when you talk to your sales rep or to tech support, we are embracing the new language that comes with Vision SIS. Some of the new language isn't readily available in the system yet, but development will be rebranding the rest of our software over the next couple of months. So I demonstrated that the menu is collapsible. Still can't figure out where something is. We have added a search for you. Search is only good for online content, so if you are looking for something that currently only resides in Generations, the search feature won't help you. But if I enter in a search for Family Portal, this is a new feature for this release, and you can now configure the Family Portal permission settings. So we select the item that you want. If I click on this, you'll see that it gives you what the upper level menu item is. This is school configuration, and down underneath there you can see the submenu that it is in, configuration jobs. So you select the item that you want, that you're looking for, and then click on Go, and it will open up the family permission settings. I'm not going to get into a lot of detail here, but clients have been asking for the ability to turn off discipline as well as to turn off student schedules. So those are now available. We'll be taking a quick look at the family engagement. One other thing about the family portal is students can now be able to log into the family portal and be able to see just their own content and not their siblings. So I just made some changes here, and you'll see that the upper left-hand corner is colored. That means those changes haven't been saved yet. And I can click Save Changes, and now the students from my high school and middle school can use their same login information that if they had been accessing the student portal, um, they now can log into the family portal. Just a side note is that if you had been utilizing the legacy parent portal and student portals, that availability has now been retired. All right, so if I go back to my dashboard area, you'll see in the recents area that the family portal permission settings has been added. So we have a new favorites area. I love the search feature. So if you're not sure where everything is, has not taken me a long time to get used to that side menu, and I find I'm going there more often than I'm searching for something. So it kind of gets you over that learning curve. So any new staff members for your school, they won't have to memorize where everything is. They can just search for it. Two other ways that we have given you to make it easy to access the things that you use a lot is that you can set favorites. So we want to go to assign default school years to users. So that's in users and roles, manage mass assignments, and assign default school years to users. So this is something that happens this time of year. We need to update everybody to the new school year coming in. But if I want to favorite this operation, you'll see that there's an orange star next to the left of the operation name. If I click on that, that means it has now been added to my favorites. If I go back to my dashboard, you'll see that assign default years to users is now in my favorites area. So if I click on that, it's going to bring me right back to that operation. If I want to remove that operation from my favorites, you are able to have up to 10 different favorites. If you exceed that, you will get a warning message saying that you already have 10 saved favorites, and it'll ask you to remove something in order to add a new favorite. You can unfavorite something by just clicking on that star again, and it's now an outlined star, or you can go back to my dashboard in that area and delete something by clicking on the X to the right of that operation. You do not have to come back to my dashboard to access the favorites. If you click on the star here, and that star, this menu bar is available anywhere in the portals in the online Vision SIS. And so I'm struggling with that language. It's been less than a week. And you have access to your favorites right there. The other area that we have given you access to is the recents area. Now the recents area will record the 10 last unique areas in the software that you have recently visited. So I went to the assigned default school years to users at least twice just right now, but it's only shown as one. So rather than having a lot of repeats and duplicate information, it gives you the 10 most unique areas that you visited in the software. So if you were doing something and you can't remember where you were and you had to log out and you're coming back in, you can look at your recents and then click, boom, and you're back right where you were before. Just like the favorites, it is available to you in this one and only menu bar here. So if I click on that, here are all of my favorites, and I just select the one that I want, and I'll be immediately brought to that area. So I just want to point out that this interface is very, very different from what you have seen before, but once we are in an operation, say like report cards, this is the report card that was formerly found in the portals, the staff portal. It's the same operation. It looks the same. You've got your student filter, your school code, and your school year. but it's just how you got there is a little bit different. What is also different is how you access help. So for an operation, you're going to have one of two or even both of these icons. The I will bring you to excuse me, it goes to my other window. So this is the old staff portal, admin portal, teacher portal help. If there is an element for this function, report or operation, that has information in help, you will be able to access it by clicking on the I in the blue circle. If there is no help information available, and the newer functionalities that we've been adding are not in help, we've been crafting knowledge base articles for that. So for those operations, the I will not be available, but you will see a blue book instead. And if you click on the blue book, it is going to bring you, oh, more information coming soon. So this is actually a report, a knowledge base article that I'm currently working on. So that was a poor choice on my part. But the blue book will bring you to our knowledge base on our website, and it will enter in the search for you, and it'll bring up the article. So you don't have to leave the software and open up our website and then do a search for it. Clicking on the blue book will bring you right to that knowledge base article. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard. And there is another new area that is available. So we've talked about favorites, we've talked about recents, we've looked at the search, we've looked at the dashboard, at the side menu. The other area is the messages area, and I apologize that there are no examples here for you to peruse, but there are 4 unique messaging areas here available to you. 2 of them are not new to you. District and school. So what was formerly found in the staff portal is that you could create announcements that were either from the district or from a specific school and communicate those to your teachers and parents. That's what district and school messages are. It's those announcements that you can create through Vision SIS. The CR feed is communication from us here at Computer Resources to you. We can target the feed to be either users that are admins, staff, or teachers. So if we have an announcement that is pertinent only to school administrators, or administrators of Vision SIS, we can target just those people. So those messages that you're going to see there from the CR feed are going to be meaningful messages for you. They could be upcoming conferences that we have, and we want to make sure that you know about it, upcoming releases of our software, webinars that people might find of interest, training opportunities. All of that information will be available there. So no more emails that we'll probably still send out some emails. We also have alerts. Alerts is also communication from us, but it's more of a technical level. So if we know that we're going to be doing maintenance on our servers on this coming Sunday from 6 to 9 p.m., that information will be in there. You may not want to be entering in grades or planning on working in the system during that time because accessibility may be limited or not at all, depending on what we're doing with the servers. All right, so the last thing I have is why Vision SIS. So good student information should be the foundation for a school's vision. Correct? I think that's a correct statement. We, Computer Resource, want to support the aspirations of students, families, and schools by making it easy to access information that makes it easier to plan for tomorrow. We have a unified tool set, what was formerly known as the MMS portals, our Vision dashboards and reporting. I didn't really go into that, but we are going to have some name changes. So Vision is still there, the dashboard and analytics. If I click on the staff analytics, there's my dashboard. So that is still there, and and getting to dashboards and analytics. So to avoid the vision thing, so our Vision used to be, prior to this release, Vision was our analytics tool, and now we are, part of the rebranding is that we're releasing new names. Teacher portal is no more, so in reference to what teachers can access, we are now referring that to as classroom management, because that's exactly what they're doing. They're managing their classroom. Analytics is there. We have our enrollment packet. As I said, generations is still there. But this is a simpler, easier user interface. One of the biggest questions I get when I am working with brand new schools and teaching them how to use our software is when we get to the portals portion of it, they get all confused, and it's like, how do I know when I'm supposed to go to the staff portal and when I'm supposed to go to the admin portal? Teachers have it easier. They had generally just the one portal to go to. But that's gone now. You don't have to worry about which portal you're going to, or even how to find things now that you have the search feature that is available to you. So it really is very easy to find what you're looking for, and if you are always accessing the same things, it's going to be in your recents area. It really is so simple and so easy to find what you're looking for. And the last thing I want to say is that Vision SIS puts a personalized student information system in the hands of every user. What you see is what is unique to you as a user of the software. It's easier than ever to access the tools and the student data that are most important to help students reach their goals and improve the outcomes. Let me log in as a teacher. We've got some time here. So I'm going to log out as the administrator, and I'm going to log in as my teacher so you can see what it looks like for a teacher to log in. And I'll also give you a view of the family engagement. So this is my teacher. So the menus here are actually very, very similar to what they had when they logged into the teacher portal. There is the grade book, and they have their summary grid, their assignments, and assignment grades, and so forth. Attendance, enter attendance by list, attendance by chart, setting up a seating chart. We've consolidated all the reports available under the Reports tab, so that is a slight change. But yeah, so they, again, they can add their own favorites and their own recents, and they will have the messaging available. One thing I forgot to say is that you can see I have 4 goose eggs here, all 4 zeros. When there is something new that hasn't been read yet by the user, the person who's logged in, they're going to see a number there to show how many messages are currently in the feed, and if there are any unread messages, that particular, either one of these two will be a bright red. Once you have read the messages, then it returns to the blue color. That's not the case for new district or school announcements. Those will always remain just the blue, but it will show the number of announcements that are available currently. I am going to log in as a parent. Now we do have the CR Family Portal, also now known as the Family Engagement website, has no big user interface changes, but we do have some kind of dipping into what the next webinar is going to be. We have added a reports area. This is not new. But before, with the release earlier this year, permanent transcripts was made available. Now if a student has a skills report card, which Jacqueline does, so if I click on Jacqueline, not in this database, this is not the database I normally use. If they have a Word-based skills report card, if you use those will automatically be available to the family engagement website. I did do Amy's report card, subject-based report card. This is something new. So the skills-based report card and the subject report card. Now the subject report card can also pull in standard skills or competencies. It's the report card that's available online and not the one that's found in Generations. So lots of good stuff that has been added here. And I don't have an account for a student to log in, but students now have access to be able to log into here and be able to see all of their grades. I love the fact that we're leaving behind the MMS, which really doesn't apply anymore. MMS stand for Modular Management System. And when clients would purchase our software, they could choose which modules they wanted to buy so that they could customize, at that time, Generations to suit their needs and only purchase what they need. With being an online client that we host your data, we give you everything. You have all of the features that are available. So it was definitely time for a name change.